We're going.
We are.
Hey, 402.
Woody woot. Yeah, it's episode 402. It's still our anniversary month.
We get a whole month.
We get a whole month.
Coming to you live post St. Patrick's Day, where everyone's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. No cultural appropriation there.
Whatever. You know, my favorite part about, and it's not even St. Patrick's Day. I mean, St. Patrick's Day on a certain level bugs me, you know, being 100% Irish and all. But it's the double standard, you know. Either we can culturally appropriate everyone or no one.
Yep.
But are you really 100% Irish?
That's what my DNA says.
Where did the Neanderthal come from?
That's Proto-Irish.
Were those Neanderthals Irish Neanderthals?
They were. Yes.
Okay.
They
could
have
also
been
wanted
Italian
to say,
Neanderthals.
Yeah. I mean, they were European, right?
Yeah.
But I also wanted to say one of the things that really bugs me, and Jay, maybe you get this too, because you're very Italian. You were raised in an Italian family, and I don't know if it's like the Cleveland area because we have a big Irish population here, but you know, everybody tries to out Irish each other, and it's funny because like, you know, I've been like, you know, like mansplaining. I've been Irish splained. You know, people try to tell me I don't know anything about being Irish because I don't know, you know, certain bands or you know, whatever.
You don't wear the green hat with the buckle at all.
How
could you be Irish?
I know.
I
never had shamrocks painted on my face. I figure the freckles are enough.
Prosciutto.
Oh.
Well, that makes me cringe, Jay.
Those gnocchis are really great.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know.
Yeah. All right, then.
I'm still working on getting my Irish passport, by the way. I have all the paperwork, and I just need to.
All right.
That'd be cool.
You can get your Irish passport, and then you can renounce your U.S. citizenship and flee to Ireland.
No, actually, it's pretty sad what's going on in Ireland.
Yeah,
you know, very Euro woke. Sad.
Yep.
Anyway, how is everybody today?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Kind of rainy and crappy today, but
us too. Rainy and crappy today.
Yeah, we had the rainy and crappy yesterday, so we got the sun today.
That's nice.
The sun and the pollen.
Yes.
When you walk outside and you can smell the pollen in the air.
Ooh.
I turned around and went back in and took another allergy pill. So,
what does pollen smell like?
I cannot describe it. It smells like pollen.
It's
different ones have different smells though. So like the oak pollen smells different from like the cedar pollen.
Ew. You know what pollen is, right?
Yes, I do know what pollen is.
Okay.
Tree bukkake.
Yes. Yep.
All up in your nose.
Yep.
All cars are yellow this time of year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. So,
Jay, do you have leaves on your tree yet?
No, we've got probably another month or so. Like they're not even really starting to bud. It was actually good last weekend. I bought new. This is like the ultimate in suburban dad. I went to Lowe's and I bought a new set of trimmers and a new set of limb loppers, and I was so happy. I just walked around my property, trimming branches and clipping away. I'm like Hank Hill. I'm like, man, I tell you what, get out in the back and just start clipping. But it would be cute. It would be ridiculous. I have a little tiny lawn. It's because I had an acre, and I maintained over 4 acres when I lived up in Mass. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Too much.
1/5 of an acre, perfect. I can push mow it in an hour.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And then the problem is it comes with neighbors being stacked on top of you. So now I'm back to I want like 30 acres, maybe 50.
Well, you know, if you have 30 acres, you don't actually have to mow all 30 acres of it.
So
You only have to
woods.
mow. You only have to mow like the little bitty piece around your house, and then you let the critters eat the rest of it.
And even that, you could like pave, have
Yeah.
pavement around your house.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. Because
pave
if you're
it
out,
green.
if you're out in the country and they can't see your house from the street, curb appeal really doesn't matter.
That's true.
That is a good
You
point.
don't
And,
need shrubs or anything.
The next place we move to, we're not going to have to worry about plowing a long driveway
You're moving to Texas?
because somewhere warmer than Virginia. And Virginia's pretty warm.
Yeah.
I heard you're
So,
moving
yeah.
to Texas.
Well, there is that rumor. That may not be in our lifetime, but Texas is on the list. So need to find a property that's like half an hour from the beach and has 10 acres or more. So that's the goal.
Yeah, you're not going to find that.
Really?
Yeah. Good
A
luck.
half an hour? Even like the Brownsville or
Well, you don't want to live in Brownsville. Corpus Christi maybe, but not Brownsville. That's too close
there's
to
also
the,
Florida.
That's too close to the illegal invasion.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's also Florida and South Carolina. Those are also on the list. So
Well, you are an East Coast Yankee type, so Florida would be appropriate.
Florida would be very fitting. Yeah.
That's where all
yeah.
the East Coast Yankees go. You'd feel at home.
There's no retired Italians in Florida. Alan, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? Florida's full of retired Italians.
Yeah. They're all from Cleveland.
It's
That's the joke.
Nothing but retired Italians in Florida.
They're all from Cleveland. That's where everybody in Cleveland retires
I
to.
bet they got good pizza. Oh, you know what? God, why didn't I think of this? That explains all the strip clubs in Tampa.
What? I don't see the connection.
Because of the Italians.
Are strip clubs an Italian thing?
Oh my! Well, it's a mafia thing.
It's a mafia thing.
Oh.
What? There was. Oh my God! I'm trying to remember the movie. It had Burt Reynolds. Oh, there were 3 retired mafioso who living in Florida, and their condo complex gets bought out. They're getting kicked out, so they round up the.
I remember
the
that.
mob. And
They round up, and everybody's all retired and everything.
They're all like in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah. I remember that. What? I don't remember the movie.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it.
It was funny. It was the Dennis. What the hell's his name? Oh God. Anyway.
Burt Reynolds? You sure?
I thought it was Burt Reynolds. I thought he was one of them.
We have to Google.
I go to IMDb, but my phone is currently serving as my TV studio.
The Crew.
Yes. Yeah. Was it not Burt Reynolds?
The one last crime to save their apartment at a retirement home.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Yep. It was 2000.
That was only 21 years ago.
Didn't Burt Reynolds die? Isn't he dead?
I don't. He may have died recently, but I mean, he was alive fairly recently because he was a guest voice on Archer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
2018. Oh, he died. He died on my birthday in 2018, September 6th.
Huh.
Everybody send Alan a card on September 6th.
Yes,
No,
a condolences card for the death of Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. her.
But yeah. So I mean, it's a long ways off. So
A couple of weeks last time. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's assuming I don't have to emigrate to Texas.
You might have to.
At this rate.
I was a couple of weeks ago. Last time my daughter was here, we watched a couple of Burt Reynolds. We watched Smokey and the Bandit, and we watched the Cannonball Run.
Oh,
excellent. Dumb
those are so
DeLuise.
good.
Yeah,
You know, that's an interesting one. Cannonball Run, like they're remaking everything. And when it
Yeah.
comes to Cannonball Run, there is absolutely no reason you couldn't make that movie exactly the way it was made with it's what, late 70s?
Yeah.
Cannonball Run was
But-
like 81, 82.
Okay, the early 80s. You could do that exact movie. Use current supercars, use current A and B list actors, and just do it over again. And it would be a new movie. And it would make sense. You just have new people doing the run.
Okay,
You know, it's
kind of like
not
they
like
did during COVID. Because we were, the Cannonball, it's based after the real race, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they do this coast to coast race. Well, if you look at the times for the Cannonball Run, it's like they go through like, the first time was like 15 days, and then it gets, every decade or so somebody does it quicker, and so it's like at 5, it's like every few years somebody tries it and then they do it quicker. During COVID, the COVID summer, they did it 3 times, and each time somebody did it quicker because nobody was on the road.
It was something insane, like 30 hours.
No, it was like 24 hours. I mean, it was like just super, super quick. And it would, they're doing like averaging 150 plus miles an hour.
Oh, geez.
And they're doing it in these they're doing it in these cars, but they're not doing it they're doing it in like cars that look normal, like something that looks like a Camry or something. But it's all like turbocharged with a fuel cell in the trunk, so they don't have to stop. And they're using all this high tech shit like stabilized binoculars to look miles ahead on the road to look for cops. They got guys in airplanes flying overhead, spotting speed traps and stuff.
Oh my God.
They've got guys on motorcycles riding ahead of them real fast to spot. I mean, it's crazy. And but this summer there was the most record set in a year ever, and it was three different times, and one of them was the guys that did it before that were like, screw you, we're doing it again.
Yeah, it's unlikely that record's going to be broken barring, some technological advance, just because you had this unlikely combination of events where the police just weren't out patrolling as much. There were fewer police officers. There were a lot less people on the road.
Right.
So the roads were wide open.
It's not, if you look at the documentaries and you look at the things for the history of it, the problem is never police. The problem is always other cars on the road that force them to slow down and not keep up their average speed. Because I mean, they can see the cops and slow down. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but it's all in this summer, nobody was driving. So whoosh.
But Smokey and the Bandit's another one you could remake.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, hello, you make it cannabis going from Colorado to
perfect.
Insert whatever state you want.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's like they did a Vacation reboot. And I mentioned this before. And it was the son wanting to recreate the cross-country trip he took. And I'm like, just give me that little fig leaf. Give me that tiniest shred of why you're doing the movie again.
Right.
Okay, great. I'm done. All right, I'm curious. Not, we're going to do a shot-for-shot remake. Not, we're going to have an all-female cast. Or we're going to have an all-whatever cast.
We're going to do the woke version.
Right. It's, we're going to take this existing character and change up his backstory.
Yeah.
The whole reason he's an existing character you can use is because there is a set of parameters that goes with the character.
Right.
You can't all of a sudden, we're going to change everything. Then write a new character. Don't be lazy. And that's, that's the big problem I have. But like when it comes to the Cannonball Run, it doesn't have to be, Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise's characters. It's entirely new characters, and they're participating in the Cannonball Run.
Right.
And that makes sense
Hmm.
because the race still happens now. And you could still do a guy on a motorcycle and a guy in a little, a hot hatchback. A hot hatch, as Clarkson would say. I've been watching old episodes of Top Gear just because it beats anything else out there. But you could do the two priests in the Ferrari if you wanted. Like have one that's a dead. Throw. Daniel
but
Craig.
they wouldn't be Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. That's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
Throw Daniel Craig in an Austin Martin DB9.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Just you do little things that pay homage to,
Right.
have Jackie Chan as himself.
Yeah.
He's immortal.
But
because he was in that movie.
He was. I want to say that was his first.
It was one
role.
of his first ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So first American role.
Yeah.
I know he was huge in China, but I don't know. It's just me.
There's another movie that is kind of like in that genre of early 80s, late 70s car movies or traveling movies or driving movies. And I can't remember what it was about necessarily, but Every Which Way But Loose. With the orangutan, remember?
Yeah. Clyde.
Yeah, yes.
Right turn, Clyde.
Right turn, Clyde. And I just thought that was the funniest movie when I was a kid. Have Alana watch that one too.
That was a great movie.
That
is
a great.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Like what was the premise of that movie?
He was a truck driver.
He was a fighter.
And?
He was a fighter, and he was traveling to meet the bare knuckle brawler, and he was going to meet it was Frank something.
I remember the fight. Yeah. Okay.
It was like the big.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since probably I was a kid.
I
So
was going to say it's been a long time, and there was another one, Any Which Way You Can, which was a sequel.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
So, and you had the Black Widows, and Ruth Gordon as the mother.
Oh dear.
Picking on a poor defenseless old lady, and she comes up with a shotgun.
Yeah,
and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, that was a
that
good
anymore.
Movie.
Those are good.
Although she is following Joe Biden's advice, so
she
got a shotgun.
Yep.
Which leads us to the recent controversy.
Is there a controversy?
Oh,
Lord.
Well, yeah.
Which one?
Because, I'm talking about the alleged deep fake green screen. Did he or didn't he?
Right.
Was he outside or not? And like I said, to me, the biggest indicator that there's something fishy going on is the number of mainstream media outlets going, we fact checked it, and that's clearly not what's going on. It's so preposterous that they would have this massive thing to fake Joe Biden being outside. That if it really were, if it wasn't fake, there'd be no need to defend it. If that's what happened, he went out, they'd be like, okay, you lunatics can think it's fake all you want. Obama's birth certificate. Everyone was just like, yeah, whatever, okay. And
what would prove it wasn't fake is show me an angle where you can see everything, from a different angle. Show me the.
There's different angles, but they all kind of look weird.
But they all have the same problem where his hand suddenly passes in front of a mic that
not even passes like in
front
of, almost like passes through.
Right. And, some people have said, oh, it's telephoto and it's, compression and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no telephoto in the world is going to make Joe Biden's hand pass through a microphone.
Yeah.
Or his head blend in the sky.
Yeah. So I don't buy
where that does happen? On a green screen.
Yeah. It does.
It does.
And again, the fact that so many media outlets have jumped in with this, oh no, this is totally legit. It's like, like I joked about, it's like the one nerdy kid going, "Oh, I totally have a girlfriend in Canada," and his nerdy buddy going, "Oh yeah, he's totally got a girlfriend in Canada."
So here's the thing: the one thing you can count on when the president's doing something, and there's reporters, there's a shitload of cameras.
Yes.
There's a shitload of video cameras, and there's a shitload of still cameras, and all they have to do to prove this wasn't faked is show me a video or a photo from a different angle that shows all the press there and Joe Biden.
Right.
That's all they have to do. Cause if it's real, those exist. No, nothing. Hadn't seen anything. Nothing released.
There's photos of the event on Getty Images, which is, and I've seen and I'm trying to be devil's advocate here because we sound like crazy people. I would just, okay. There's photos taken from an oblique angle, like not this way, but like from the side.
Okay.
And I mean, it appears like, oh, okay. Like there's Joe Biden and he's standing in front of a bunch of microphones, but
okay.
I mean, we've gotten to the point where we're like, is that real? Is that a doctored photo?
Or is this a made-up controversy to deflect from him referring to President Harris?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wowee.
And this ties in with, I forget, did one of us bring it up? The big expose about how this has been a surprisingly gaffe-free presidency.
Oh, yeah. That's
because he doesn't talk.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Talk about gaslighting.
I thought wasn't that Politico or something like that?
Yeah,
you said that?
I think it was. It's like, okay, A, he hasn't given any sort of press conferences or anything where he could make a gaffe.
Right.
B, he's made a shit ton of gaffes, you fucking dolt. And B, that's like saying, wow, that's like saying, these protests are mostly peaceful.
Right.
As the building burns behind you.
Obama, they swore for 8 years, scandal-free.
Scandal-free, yeah.
Yeah.
It's as long as we say it, it's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if they don't report on it.
Right. It didn't happen.
Yeah. If a scandal isn't reported on, scandal-free.
Nobody hears the tree falling in the forest.
Just like Biden won the election, right?
With the most votes ever.
Ever.
Yep.
Most popular presidential candidate ever.
Censor that, YouTube.
He doesn't need to give press conferences. Come on. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Wasn't he supposed to? Didn't he announce they were going to do a press conference this week or something like that?
The 25th, I think he's going to
next week.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It should be great. It
should
be awesome.
So he'll have 700 people watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Every people will watch it just to see if he can get through it without screwing up. That's going to be the thing.
They'll have him on the same drugs they had him on during the debate, where his eyes were completely black, like a shark.
So that speech, that teleprompter speech he gave just recently, the other one where it looked like he was in front of a green screen.
Oh, it did. It was weird.
Right. But before that, he was hidden for 3 days.
He just called a lid on the week, Alan.
So it's like they have to prepare him. So they gotta feed him the right drugs in the right order and all that kind of stuff so he can be coherent enough to read from the teleprompter. Do you think for 1 second that when, if he does this press conference, that every single question won't be vetted ahead of time?
Of course.
And the answer in a teleprompter so he can read it.
Of course.
That's a sucker's bet. They're not. I'll bet Pete Ducey will ask a question that's not 100% vetted, and he'll angrily shout him down. Biden will angrily shout him down. You again? You're always doing this.
Or they won't even let him ask the question.
Just shut his mic off.
This is going to be a super. It's like twice he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take questions," and they're like, "Nope, cut off."
Yeah.
Nope. Ixnay. and that was to a Democratic group. It's not like they were going to be like, so what's going on with Hunter Biden's laptop?
Mhm.
You know, so
what is going on with Hunter Biden's laptop?
but, you know,
not a thing.
imagine if they paid a tenth the attention to Hunter Biden's laptop as they did Ted Cruz at the airport.
Oh man,
just imagine.
Yeah,
but you know, they did rid us of the scourge of Dr. Seuss. So you know, and gas prices have doubled. So you know,
yeah,
it's rather humorous. I have a friend of a friend who's very liberal, and watching him on Facebook he's Chip Diller in Animal House.
God.
He's like, gas prices are going down. Really? Look, it's only $2.79 a gallon.
Is he measuring his going down based on 3 years ago? the pre-COVID gas price? Yeah.
You know, because the local gas station dropped at a dime or a nickel.
Now they're going down.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, you're still looking at $2.80 a gallon, and literally 3 months ago it was $2.
Yeah. Right.
That's you know, it's got a ways to go, and it's not going all the way down.
No.
And or the Biden's not all the fact check. Biden's not responsible for the gas price increase.
I mean, the price of oil has gone up a little bit, but I mean, you knew when people started driving again, the gas prices would go up. I mean, the only reason they were down so low is because nobody was buying gas. So,
yeah. But Alan, you're looking at it in an incomplete manner. We just had 4 years of literally every bad thing that happens is the president's fault. I'm doing the Saul Alinsky thing. I'm holding them to their own standards.
That was then. This is now. Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. We need that soundbite.
Yeah, we do. I bet we can find that. Like, you hit the button. Come on, man.
But you know, we had 4 years. I mean, they blamed Trump for every coronavirus stuff because you know it was his fault that. What is it? What are we up to now? Like 6 Democratic governors were shoving COVID patients into nursing homes.
Oh yeah,
because it was Newsom, Cuomo, Whitmer, Wolf in Pennsylvania. I thought there were a couple more.
Right.
I thought there were a couple more. But there were at least those 4.
Come on,
they were.
Frida found it.
Well, here's the thing. There's lots of versions of the "Come on, man," because he says it a lot.
Yeah, it's his catchphrase. That's his.
You know what?
His little bobblehead.
So gas prices are up. You know what's down since Trump left office?
The stock market.
No. Well.
Yes.
CNN ratings.
Oh well.
Down.
What do they have to report on now?
50%. Down 50%.
They can't report on Orange Man bad, and they can't report on the current president either. They're like, what do we do? I don't know. What's the local sports ball score?
Oh, there's a button you can push.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I want that to be my ringtone.
Well, they have ringtones. You can Google it.
Come on, man.
Ringtones. I like the button though.
Yeah, the button's good.
I like the button. I don't know if I want Joe Biden's.
That's funny.
I want Joe Biden saying, "Come on, man!" every time my phone rings.
I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this on the Sqrpt.
Oh,
you should.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes.
I will do it right now.
So CNN's ratings are in the tank.
You know, I don't watch CNN or the news or TV or anything.
Well, apparently no one else does either.
Well, I know, but like I watched a few clips of for some reason recently, and I was just like, what planet did I just drop in on? It was so bizarre. Like, first of all, the men on that channel are all like noodly twinks. Like, I don't know what's going on that channel. And everybody kind of dresses like a little bit weird. You know, like, here's a good example. You see Oprah at that interview?
Yeah.
That interview.
Yes.
With
yes,
the prince and his succubus.
Yes.
I mean, like, everybody dresses a little bit like hipster weird now.
Right.
Have you noticed that?
It's like the 70s all over again.
It's weird. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Brian Stelter has the strangest girly voice I've ever, you know, it's like a different planet for me.
Yeah. So CNN, this tells you how bad they are. Remember when lots of people watch TV and lots of people watch the news? What's the population of the U.S. now? 360 million, something like
Too
that.
many.
Prime time. CNN gets 1.6 million viewers.
Wow.
Aren't there YouTube channels that get more?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
there
like,
are. Yeah.
now, okay. Some of it is we have what, like 1,000 channels now. So, okay.
Right.
I could see a little bit. Some of it is diluting, but I would imagine that's accounted for. Like they're taking that 1.6 and that's of all the news viewership. That's not total or,
Right.
I don't know.
But I don't know. 1.6
what is
million
prime
doesn't
time
seem-
for the news? Like, is prime time news like in the evening, or is it in the morning?
It's like what they call it. Prime time is prime time. All it's like
well,
7
nobody
to
watches
10.
it. Nobody watches news during the prime time. I mean, who watches TV like that anymore, though?
I
Right?
don't know. All I'm saying is that before Trump left office, they were getting twice that.
Yeah.
They were doing 2.5 million views. Still not that great, but they lost half their viewership since Trump left office. And the other liberal things are doing worse.
Which you have to wonder, it's, how much of that was conservatives tuning in just to see how bad they were going to cover things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, how bad are they going to spin this? Like, what are they going to say? How are they going to make this something bad? Perfect example. Kids in cages. That's oh my God, there's kids in cages. This is terrible. We came up in the debate. Now, by the way, it's way worse now than it was when Trump was in office. And crickets.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
And
where's the AOC? Where's the AOC doing her crying
white
photo op?
Crying at the fence.
She needs to go to the Dallas Convention Center and cry.
Yeah.
Dallas Convention Center is going to be a nightmare. Have you heard about that, Jay?
No.
They are moving over 3,000 teenage. Well, 13 to 16.
13 to 25.
Yeah. Teenage boys into the Dallas Convention Center.
Illegal.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes, the unaccompanied minors, because that's totes fine. Because there's nothing that could possibly go wrong. And
they're never going to get the smell out.
By the way, we're letting people in with coronavirus.
Oh yeah.
Well played. Excuse me, what's the science say about that? Is that a smart thing to do according to the science? Follow the science.
Well, it's just like having a riot. That's okay.
If they have the disease. Yeah. What's Fauci's take on letting people in with the disease?
Well, as long as they're wearing 2 masks, it's okay.
They had 2 masks, and they're encased in a bubble, and
right.
Yeah, so their kids are stacked so deep they can't sleep. They get 1 phone call a week to their parents, and that was a brilliant idea to say the gates are wide open to your minor.
My question is, why the hell aren't they with their parents, and why don't they get sent back to their parents?
Because it was a woke thing to say we're going to take them because evil Trump stopped them at the border. So if Trump did it, it must be bad. like if you're in here illegally and you're a pedophile, you're gone. They stopped that.
Oh, you know who's a
stopped deporting
pedophile? Speaking of pedophiles,
Make a list.
the guy who is the president of the drag queens children hour book reading thing,
Yeah.
who is also a children's court judge,
Wow.
arrested for having child porn, sending and receiving. But don't you remember during that whole drag queen story hour thing? They were, don't make it sexual. It's not sexual. These aren't pedophiles. How dare you? How dare you? You homophobe. These are just men that like to dress up like women and they want to read stories to children. How could you possibly think that was wrong?
Right. Yeah. Inappropriate, or
come on, man.
And if you don't want your 5-year-old being read a story by a drag queen, you're a transphobe.
That's right.
Because
what could possibly go wrong?
I'm glad we never did that at our library.
You never had drag queen hour?
No, it would not fly in our community. Let's just say that.
Nope. Probably not.
No. Oh, update about the COVID tests at the library.
Oh yeah.
Somebody on the board, I think it was a board president actually, took issue with the fact that we were handing out COVID tests to begin with. He didn't like the idea of us getting into that sort of role in the community. I mean, it's a medical thing, right? Like, why is the library involved in that?
Right.
I mean, this is worse than, libraries who are handing out condoms, and that happens. So anyway, so the board president said,
you have to check those out and then return them when you're done, or what's up with that? How does that work?
You pin them to the board.
Here,
take one.
Does it count for circulation? I don't know.
Only if it's too tight.
Anyway, so they came to a compromise. We're no longer handing out COVID tests to people inside the building. So you can pick one up curbside.
Okay.
Do you get to administer the anal test?
And we will just put it in your trunk or something. The whole thing's dumb.
We disavow. Yeah, it seems like a weird thing. Why can't they just go to why can't the hospital hand them out? I mean they have county hospitals, right? Why can't they
City Hall do it? Have City Hall do it.
I mean, if you want to do it somewhere.
Yeah. Why the library? I don't know.
Have the fire station do it.
They already, they do that sort of thing, right?
They
got
EMTs, yeah.
Yep, they're real big on getting as EMTs.
Maybe we are counting them. Maybe we are counting them for circulation. That could be. Maybe that's why libraries want to do it.
Yeah, but if they bring the tests back,
don't bring it back.
Don't return them. There's no overdue fee.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to do it.
They're going to put it through the book drop.
Here's my test. I took it.
Oh, geez.
Here.
Bring it back to the
library.
library.
My results? Do I have my results in?
Yeah.
Yes, you have the Rona.
You're corona free, but you have an STD, so go away.
It's not an anal test, Alan.
That doesn't have to be.
Nasal swab. Yeah, they actually swab your brain, don't they?
They do.
It's goes this long.
Way up there.
I want the test you
I mean, hell, they got to get through this thing first.
We're
going to need a bigger swab.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, bear with me on this for a minute.
Okay.
Come on, man.
You've got a disease that is so virulent and so transmissible that you have to wear masks in public and you can't gather together and you have to social distance and all that kind of stuff.
Multiple masks.
Yet, in order to get enough of a sample to test, they have to cram a swab way up into your nose. You can't just like blow your nose into a handkerchief or spit in a tube or anything like that. They gotta cram it so far back in there. It's a painful and unpleasant experience, says everyone that ever did it.
If wearing a mask
in order to
stops
get
the disease, couldn't you just cough into something? There you go, done.
right, spit in a tube. If it spreads so easily, you would think any droplets of saliva would have enough in there, because that's what they told us, right? Oh my God, you have to wear a mask because if you sneeze or cough in public, it spews out for 57 yards all around you, and everybody that comes in contact with it's going to die. And yet, we can't collect a sample with enough virus particles in it to tell if you have it or not from that same saliva sample.
Yep.
Really? Come on. And then they crank the cycles on the PCR test. I mean, even the guy that invented the PCR test says this is bullshit.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But yeah, you know.
It
served its purpose, didn't it?
I guess.
Got mail-in voting.
God,
think we're getting rid of that? Think again.
Never, honey.
You know, if HR1 passes, if the Senate lets HR1, so the nice thing is HR1, in order for HR1 to pass, they gotta get 60 votes.
Right now they do.
Right. If the Democrats don't get rid of the filibuster, and if HR1 passes, that's it. We're done. As a country, it's over. It's over. It may already be over.
It's pretty over for me already.
But if HR1 passes, it's definitely over. I mean, there's no way around it.
Well, I look at it this way. You know, Donald Trump was like a stopgap between the end, now and the end of the country. And it was a surprise. And it was like, I mean, obviously, look what happened after anyway. Yep. I just think like, okay, it may not pass this time, HR1, but like there's going to be something else that will, and soon, because they know that it will work. And no one's paying attention. No one's paying attention.
Well, they're too busy watching the Royals on Oprah.
Oh, Jesus. No, I'm not going to go there.
Or spending their stimmy checks.
Yeah.
Yep. That $2,000 check Biden promised us.
You mean the 1,400 one that got that only got
as soon as he got elected?
If you made less than $50,000 or something like that. So
as soon as he got elected, the checks would go out, right?
Yep. The $2,000. You're going to get your full $2,000.
And you believed him.
I did not.
You know what senator? Remember that thing back in, was it Obama or when was it? When was it when they passed the law that said student loans couldn't be discharged in bankruptcy? Remember that?
I believe Joe Biden actually.
I was going to say, you remember the senator who pushed that really hard? Was what was his name?
Yeah,
Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was Joe Biden who championed that law.
Yep.
And you believed him when he said he was. You fools! Oh my God! You get it. We'll give you a $2,000 check, and we'll forgive your student loans. And now they got what is it?
$15 an hour. Yeah.
Rashid, what's her name? The Islamic one. Rashid? No, Rashid, the other one. Rashid something or other. Anyway, she's introduced a bill to have a moratorium on rent or mortgage payments until 2022.
Wow.
Sure.
Why not?
What could possibly go wrong?
Cancel the property tax.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to do that?
Wow. Yeah.
No. I don't Well, I know what it is. It's a great
course.
soundbite that you shouldn't have to pay your rent. You know,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the poor schmuck that owns the building it's
Yeah, he's an evil landlord, though.
yeah. Well, Joe Pesci was the super.
Yep.
That's what every landlord is. They're all these slimy. They skimp. They don't fix stuff, and it's.
You know
I
who's
lived in an apartment.
you know who's the biggest landlord in the nation?
Uncle Sam.
BlackRock.
Ooh.
BlackRock, the big financial holding company. They own like all the rental property. There's these all these rental houses and all these it's not it there are some people that own
Come
like
on, man.
there are some that are owned by like individual. A lot of people own rental properties and stuff like that. But most of them are these giant corporations. And you know what? These giant corporations, they're in your pension fund. They're in your 401k. They're in, you're not. So ultimately, if you own a 401k or you're getting a pension, you're the landlord. You own collectively all this stuff and you're getting shafted.
Alan, they're not talking to people that have 401ks.
Oh, I know.
Okay. It sounds real nice to, you've been laid off. You've been furloughed. You shouldn't have to pay rent. Okay. But you know what? I'll bet your toilet backs up. You call your landlord and you fucking expect him to come fix it, don't you?
Yep.
Why?
Not paying rent.
That's right. Because you can't. The landlord can't refuse to fix something. So what happens when you have people who are like, fuck it, I'm defaulting on the loan.
Well, if you read,
I'm going broke fixing this building and paying taxes on this building that is bringing me in no money, and they just walk away.
If you read the fine print, the taxpayers pay it.
Well,
taxpayers pay everything.
Which is funny because it's like income taxes counts for such a small piece of the spending. Why do they even bother? Why don't they just print money? Why even have taxes? It's immaterial.
Money printer goes burr.
Yeah. But they piss and moan about, the wealth gap. The poor are getting poorer, the rich are getting richer. Oh, it's so awful. You know why? It's called the Cantillon effect.
The scene from Star Wars?
No, the Cantillon effect is where when the government prints money, it causes asset prices to go up. You know who has assets? Rich people. You know who doesn't have assets? Poor people. Oh my God, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and it's all because of the fucking government printing money.
Are you saying the government fucks up something it does, Alan?
No.
Inconceivable.
No way.
It's just the way things are, man.
So
it's like just this like it's all bullshit. It's bullshit on top of bullshit on top of bullshit, and it's just.
I don't know. I think my personal favorites are the sob stories they trot out for student loan forgiveness. I went for 3.5 years and I didn't finish it. I still have to pay my loans back. I'm like, maybe wasting 3.5 years and running up $400,000 in debt wasn't the smartest thing you did, huh?
I know how to fix that.
I know how several ways to fix that. There's a block of concrete and a body of water. Oh,
well, no.
That's me being Italian.
What you do is that the institution, the college or university, must pay back any student loans received from somebody who didn't graduate.
Yep, they have to refund the tuition.
They have to refund everything for people that didn't graduate.
Right, if they had loans. I mean, if they want to pay cash, that sure. You want to light your money on fire?
I think they should refund it to everybody that doesn't graduate. You didn't, and they would be a lot more careful about who they let in.
Yep.
They would, because right now they don't care. Come on in, get your student loan. Come on in. Oh, you got straight D's in high school. Don't matter. Come on in. We'll get you a student loan.
You know what's really interesting, though? I just want to make a point here. you're talking about, not graduating from college. All of us graduated from college.
Yeah.
All of us.
Okay.
Which one of us has a job in the field that we graduated?
Nobody.
Yep. Yep.
Zero.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right, Britta.
I just find that interesting.
It's yep.
I mean, it's
But
not
you
to
know
say
what?
that what we did previous to the job that we're doing now didn't lead up in like experience and skills and whatnot to get us to where we are. But
In my college's defense, what I do now didn't exist back then, so they couldn't have given me a degree.
Right? But
so,
the magazine I write for didn't exist when I was in college. So does that
yeah,
count?
but magazines did.
magazines did.
Yeah.
Libraries did.
Yeah. But
But see, receiving the degree, getting your degree,
Yes.
I'm hesitant to speak for the rest of my hosts, but I got my degree in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take 5 or 7 or 20 or whatever. I wasn't a professional student. I got in, got out, showed that I could, stay in class and pay attention and see things.
Do your homework.
See something. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just the degree; it's the process.
Right.
And
if you count the time I was enrolled in college, I was 4 years, but it was split up. I didn't go straight through. So, yeah. But honestly, I would hesitate today. I don't know that getting a degree is worth the money.
No.
I mean, other than a few specialized areas where it can actually help you, and if you can do it with no debt.
Yeah, I mean, there's things you need a degree in, like being a doctor, and
right.
But
I'd go into plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're always going to need plumbers.
Plumbing,
being an
electrician, any
welding.
Mm-hmm.
If you can
car mechanic. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, I had a friend of mine that loved Jeeps, and he basically started his own business, and he owns a Jeep shop.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna say his name. He may listen to the show, but he's like, he's living his dream, got his own shop, and and that's, people need to do that more. It's not, I don't know.
Tyke.
This whole everybody needs to get a degree is bullshit. If I had it to do over again, I probably wouldn't bother.
Well, you've priced out colleges lately, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's a real sticker shock. I mean, it's been quite a few years since I was in college, but when
it's gone up, I was looking at the university.
More. Yeah, it has gone up a hell of a lot more than a car.
It's gone up more than your income. That's for damn sure.
Let's put it this way. Okay. When I was in school, UMass Amherst was about $10,000 a year if you lived on campus. It's now like, I'm old, but it's now like 35 to 40.
Yeah.
I bought a new vehicle in 1993,
Wow.
brand new. 1993, I paid $9,000 for it. Now, it was a strip vehicle, and it was a Dodge Ram, and they just introduced the new hip body style, so they were pretty much giving the old ones away. But $9,000, you can buy a pretty nice car for around $15,000. So it hasn't even doubled.
Right.
College tuition has tripled, tripled.
Yeah.
The price of an entry-level car has gone up about 50%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, why?
Explain that to me.
I tell you exactly why. The college loan explosion.
But
that's
everyone's
when you
everyone's
subsidize things, you get more of it and it gets more expensive.
Yep. Everyone's all like, oh, the banks. Nobody's going, the colleges. Why are people, Elizabeth Warren, I'm looking at you, making hundreds of thousands of dollars teaching one class?
Mm-hmm.
How, maybe if they made a living wage, the price of college could go down and more people could afford it without taking on a mortgage level of debt.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of the people that teach the classes, especially the freshman level classes, are just guys in the master's degree program. They're getting paid shit. Yeah, they're not getting paid anything, or they're adjunct professors or something like that, and they're not getting paid anything. But the damn diversity administrator, the dean of diversity or whatever, he's getting $500,000.
It's always administration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
always.
But
you know what though? The internet's going to kill that because this past year
the internet
proves that you can go to college on the Zoom call and it works just fine.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people realizing like I can do this all over my computer. What am I paying for?
Yep. So instead of going to your going to your college with your mediocre lecturer on some class that you could get the 4 top professors in the world and have them do a Zoom class and 500,000 people can attend.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Yep.
You could get, you can take right now you can look at every MIT course.
Yeah.
Every single MIT course is online and you can watch the lectures.
Wow.
The only thing you don't get is the piece of paper that says you graduated from MIT, but you can get the education. There's all kinds of, you can learn anything you want right now. If you want a skill, I learned how to weld by watching YouTube videos. I literally learned how to weld by watching YouTube videos. I went out and went to Amazon. I got a cheap ass welder and I got 2 pieces of metal. I'm welding. I'm like, holy shit, this works.
Next time I visit, can I weld something?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Okay.
It's really cool, but you can weld. I mean, I'm not going to be, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to go out and like weld for, I'm not going to weld SpaceX rockets or pipelines or anything like that, but I don't need to. I need to weld a truss on an axle. I need to weld 2 pieces of metal together to stick on my Jeep or something like that. That's all I need. And any monkey,
duct tape is for, Alan.
Any idiot can weld good enough for that. And it's literally nothing. And I watch YouTube videos to learn how to do it. And there's almost anything you want to learn.
Yeah.
I did my own vasectomy, for Christ's sake.
Maybe.
You probably could, actually.
You probably could, actually.
There's a lot of surgery YouTubes.
There are. But that's what I mean. This monopoly on learning, the internet is destroying institutions almost as fast as the liberals can.
Yep.
So
I'm telling you, it's like the printing press. It's like the printing press.
Exactly. It's
information available to the people.
It's destroying retail. It's destroying medicine. It's destroying all this stuff, all this information. It's destroying publishing. Look at what Amazon's doing to retail. I mean, it's crazy. And it's, I don't know, you look out, it's not going to happen this year or next year, but look at fast forward 50 years.
Yeah.
You might still have some Ivy League schools just because, the rich fucks want to go to an Ivy League school, but everybody else is going to go to Google U.
Yeah.
They're going to watch some videos. They're going to enroll on their computer or their HUD glasses or whatever they got. And they're going to attend a virtual school and they're going to get a degree or maybe not even a degree. Degrees may not even exist. You might just learn a skill. You'll learn how to do math. You can already learn how to do math better on a computer than you can in person because you get that instant feedback, right? If you start doing math, and it's like, and its computer tells you instantaneously, nope, that's wrong. Oh,
have you ever heard of Great Courses?
Yes. Exactly.
It's like on my Roku TV. You can
Yeah.
subscribe through Roku to great courses.
And you can learn anything you want.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the future. I mean, it's and the people with and I honestly I don't think it's that different now, because you go, oh well, only the people with gumption will, the self-starters will actually go learn. Well, guess what? That's who does it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of them drop out of college.
So companies back in the old days, companies used to give you like an IQ test or something like that. Back when everybody just graduated high school and the only people that went to college were like doctors and lawyers and maybe school teachers. That was it. Nobody else went. So how did you prove you were smart enough to be in a certain position? You apprenticed, or you took some sort of like IQ test or something like that, or you knew the guy.
Was there an option to fight them?
They got that outlawed.
Oh,
because they're racist or something. So then they started using the college degree as the litmus test, because if you can get through college, stick with it for 4 years, do all the work required to get a degree, that probably
Jay just said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Rita.
Anyway,
do we have time for show and tell?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
I have a super special show and tell.
Okay.
And Alan will appreciate it. Can I jump ahead and go first?
Yeah,
what about me? Will I appreciate?
Oh, I think so. I think so. This this is a very special show and tell item. It was a gift to me from a very dear friend.
That's a knife.
Hey,
it is a Damascus steel buoy.
Wow.
Nice.
From Dr. Mike.
Wow.
He's the very kind gentleman who provided some of the kits that were raffled off in the Kill to Kick Cancer a few years back. And this was a special present for me on my 40th birthday.
Wow.
Nice.
You're Damascus. 40?
Yeah, I've had it for 10 years. So it is.
It's beautiful.
Can
you hold the blade up closer to the camera? Maybe closer.
Closer.
Bring
we want to
closer.
see the Damascuses.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah,
very nice.
It is a
yeah. Look at that
work of art. It
Beautiful.
is just gorgeous, and it has a nice leather sheath and lives in my nightstand, which kind of worries me because I'd be tempted to use it. But
that is, yeah.
It's not the only knife in the nightstand.
Me either.
You know why you won't use it, Jay?
Because I don't want to lose it.
No, because it doesn't have a bayonet mount.
It doesn't have what? I didn't have a bayonet. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Although if I learned how to weld,
there you go.
There you go.
Everything's a bayonet if you know how to weld.
That's right. Excellent show and tell, Jay.
So, boy,
thank you. I had to polish that up a little bit, but
that's nice.
Very
you
nice.
You want to go next, Rita?
I
just have
favorite.
My everyday carry knife.
All right.
That I carry all the time, and actually, this is a good opportunity for me to ask you a question. It's a Kershaw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rainbow. I think this is a shit. Sorry. This is a rainbow chive, I think. Made by
Nice.
I think the leaks are a little bit bigger. I think the designer Ken Onion, right?
Yep.
I believe so.
Very good.
Onion.
Yeah.
And the rainbow is on the blade as well. It's beautiful. I carry it all the time. I've nail polish that matches perfectly. Because of course I do.
That is
excellent.
Awesome.
I have it right over there. Okay. Anyway, but my question, because I need to work on my knife or something, do something to it. It has like failure to launch. What do I do?
Oh,
Um,
my guess is you got some pocket lint or something down
You think
around
so?
that thing. Yeah.
It's kind of, it feels like tight. Like I can open it, obviously,
Mhm.
but
right.
I would,
uh,
you may have to take it apart and clean it out
Yeah.
and re-lube it.
okay.
Might be able to just get a little bit of oil in.
I tried that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried like working it in, and it.
I wonder
I've-
if it might be the spring. How long have you had it? Is the spring?
There
worn
isn't
out,
a,
maybe?
there's not a spring. It's not
Quite a
those-
long
It's
time.
the Kershaw is what, the speed safe?
Yeah, it's not spring activated, is it? It's just you just flip it with the thing.
No, it feels like it has a spring in there.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the chive
Feels like there's like a.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
See?
but that's just I see what you're saying.
I don't know. Anyway, I love this knife. It's very handy. It's
The
been
other-
used a lot.
Kershaw's got a
It's
pretty
pretty-
good warranty. They may,
Yeah,
they
you
may be able
might
to fix
ask
it
them
for
if they can fix it.
Oh,
it
okay.
might be under warranty or something.
Yeah, okay.
Just email them and say, hey.
But it's a perfect size for a lady's pocket.
Yeah, because
'Cause
you
ladies'
got your
pockets
like
are pretty
half length pockets.
Yeah, we have the little bitty pockets.
very small.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right.
there you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Alan?
Well, I have one. And this falls under that's not a knife.
Do you have a fancy T-shirt for today? By the way.
Well, I did have another T-shirt. I was telling Jay before you showed up. I had another T-shirt that I was going to wear is my Martian Marine Corps shirt from The Expanse. But I looked down and I was getting ready for the show, and I saw I had like dribbled food on myself or something when I was eating dinner. So
you need a bib, Grandpa.
I had to go change shirts real quick. So I have the Texas Millennium
The
Falcon.
Texas.
That's
Nice.
very cool.
That's up on blocks somewhere in Austin, isn't it?
Yeah,
You have like a whole Texas theme going on behind you.
Yeah,
I do.
Over there,
Yeah.
Texas behind you, Texas shirt.
Yeah, I do actually. But
Okay.
so anyway, I alluded to this last time, but it is
Woo!
the Tactical Gladius.
Nice.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
It is
That's cold steel.
It is not cold steel. It is
No.
someplace else. United Cutlery.
I have a United Cutlery Bowie.
Yeah. And it's not that thick. It's more like a gladius shaped machete, really. But it's made out of a lot of it's marketing. It's not stainless steel. They say, oh, it's made out of carbon steel. And I'm like, all steel has carbon. So, anyway.
It's pH balanced. Well, that's
It's,
great. I don't have to dissolve my bones.
It's like the blade is like it's like 24 inches long, the whole thing. And the blade is like 18 inches. It is razor sharp. It's got this black, handle. It's got like a glass breaker tip on the back of it.
That's cool. Multi-purpose.
Yeah,
Is that a lanyard hole, Alan?
It is.
You can't drop it. There you go.
I guess it is. When your hand gets all covered in blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, from the
When it's
from the
covered with
cutting and stabbing.
with the blood of the Persians.
It is, it is a fairly useless thing, but it was so awesomely ridiculous that I had to get it. It is, I mean, it's a 21st century tactical gladius.
It's
I
very
mean,
cool.
it is just like the shotgun with the Picatinny rail on it. I mean, it's just the
Does,
the
does it
double
have a
barrel.
sheath that comes with it?
It does have a sheath. It has a ballistic nylon sheath.
Okay. It is tactical.
Does it have a,
With the
does it have a sharpening stone in the little
it
pocket?
does not have a
Ah.
sharpening stone, but it's got the sheath, and then it's got the little diagonal
Yeah,
thing
it needs
to-
a little metal bolster on the side so it makes the shing when you take
and
it
it's
out.
got it's got the thing to I don't, like I said, it's a completely ridiculous thing, but it was like $39. So
Heck yeah.
Oh,
you know,
jeez.
Why not?
what the hell? It was
It's funny you mention that because I have a cold steel kukri machete. It's like enormous, and I've actually used it as a machete. I have a set of bushes in the backyard that I don't know where it comes from, but they've got briars. And every time they poke through, I go down and I rip them up, and I pull the roots out, and I salt the earth, and I piss on it, but it still grows back. I'm mowing the lawn, and one of the briars like scratched the shit out of my arm.
Oh no.
And I was just like, you motherfucker. So I went in, I grabbed the machete, and I'm out. "Ah!" And it dawned on me. I'm like, I'm in my little suburban backyard. I'm named Hector, and I'm attacking something with a machete. This probably isn't a good look. But yeah, I chopped the living hell out of the briars. I'm like, nope. And then I finished trimming the bush because, well, I was already there. So
Yeah.
Right.
with a machete, because yeah.
Yep. So
because when I use the electric trimmers, I cut through the fucking cord like an idiot.
if you watch, and this gets really weird. So if you watch like YouTube videos about like swords and stuff, you discover that there's this like thing where people like cut shit in their backyard and video it. It's
There's
like
a channel for everything.
Yeah, it's like they'll have like lines of like bottles full of water, and they'll like slice it, or they'll slice wood, or they'll slice whatever, and they're videotaping themselves doing it. And
sword weaves are a thing.
Yeah. And you're just like, man.
There are several channels where people put things in microwaves.
Wow.
Oh, there's a channel. Have you seen the channel where the guy sands stuff? He's got like a belt sander, and he takes things and he just like runs them into the sander until there's nothing left, and that's the video. And he sands like all kinds of stuff, cell phones, colored pencils.
Oh my God.
He just anything you want. He just like runs it through the sander, and it's it's got like millions of viewers, and it's like, okay. There's another one. I've seen several where they do like hydraulic presses.
Yes,
and
the
they
80,000 pound.
And they just
used to do that.
They press stuff, and it's YouTube channels where people. And there's another one. These people have it's like out of Norway or something like that, where these guys. It's like extreme demolition stuff. They actually blow stuff up and stuff like that. But recently they got this pressure chamber that they can put like simulate like deep sea depths. And they've started putting shit in the chamber to see at what depth it crushes or explodes. And it's just, and there's a YouTube video.
Are you familiar with, what's his name? Georg Sprague, I think Sprague. He's a German guy that makes fully automatic crossbows.
Yes.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
He made a launcher for circular saw blades. The man is an absolute evil genius. And I want to be one of his minions when he takes over the world with a fully automatic egg beater launcher or whatever crazy contraption.
But, and there's guys that have I love the guys that do like the medieval weapons recreations and stuff. And then they go test them.
Yes.
And it's like, crazy.
You don't realize how violent that was. And there were no guns then. So that should have been like a kinder, gentler world.
But so this one channel, they did a test. They actually tested the longbow versus like handgun, it's like a 357 Magnum. And, they'd put like a plate armor, like medieval armor on a dummy, and then shoot it with like a longbow and shoot it with a 357 Magnum. And it is, you can make the argument that the longbow did more damage than the bullet, because the bullet just goes and punches right through, and it's done.
Yep.
The longbow, man, that sucker just rips through you like, and half the time it's still stuck in you.
Or caves the armor in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. That was a devastating. No wonder people hated the English longbowman, because man, that was a devastating weapon. The only advantage
Yeah.
the only advantage of it was that it took, I mean, the only disadvantage is it took a long time to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And you had
Yeah.
to build up some awesome shoulder strength.
Yeah.
So versus a gun, which any schmo can pick up and use. So,
I mean, those bowmen probably started training when they were children.
oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
because that's like a physical.
Yeah. And if they caught them, they cut your fingers
Yeah.
off.
They can still pluck you.
But you know what? They hit some really strong fingers,
They did, yeah.
right?
Nasty
Just saying.
pointy fangs.
Just saying. Ba-dum-bum.
Look at the bones. I know that's not where Alan's going, but
This is. I've been playing with this guy,
What's that?
by the way. It's a Dunkleosteus,
Ooh,
armored fish.
cool.
They were much bigger than this, but
wait.
native to this area. So
is that the Beanie Baby version?
it is a little bitty guy. But
Look at that mouth.
yeah, he was an armored fish. I mean, he even had armor on his eyeballs, and he would eat
Was he from Detroit
Everything.
originally?
this area, like Detroit, Cleveland, this kind of area.
You got to be tough.
You got to be tough. And,
Even the fish are tough.
And they would eat like
Anything.
Whatever the
Yeah.
hell they want.
Yeah.
so. Anyway,
Cool.
welcome to Cleveland. Got to be tough.
Back in the prehistory days.
Cleveland, our fish are armored.
Yeah.
Whoops. Now I'm all out of whack. There we go.
There you go.
Tomorrow's Friday.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
Yay.
And first day of spring is coming.
Holy
it?
smokes. We are
Yes. It's almost the vernal equinox.
All right.
almost.
So-
Goddamn time.
That's
I
right.
know. We've had a long, dark winter.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Maybe.
With more show and tell.
Yeah.
That's right. I have another show and tell. I have another show and tell that I picked up at the Jeep invasion this past weekend. They had a Jeep thing up in.
Alan captured a mud cricket.
No, I didn't. But I got a Texas flag sunshade for my Jeep, and I got another Texas theme thing that I will.
You should have done it today with the
I
rest
will
of
have
your.
a show and tell. Oh, the rest of my Texas stuff will be here next week.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
not
have more
going
than one
anywhere.
Texas shirt, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have
well,
Texas shaped
Maybe.
plates in your kitchen?
I do not
Oh, you
have
should.
Texas shaped
And
plates,
then
but I do.
for a
I
serving,
do. I do have plates with Texas on them though.
Okay.
I have a Massachusetts shaped cutting board thanks to my mom.
Yeah, but that's like
It's very
Square.
difficult. It's
Let
very
me tell
difficult
you,
to
Jay.
cut things on the Cape. It's
Let me tell you this story I like to tell about Texas shaped things. Okay. I know we're over time, but let me just
it's okay. It's
Tell
a
you.
good story.
So Alan has, HEB stores, which are like the grocery store in Texas. And legitimately, they are the best best grocery stores I've ever been in. They're awesome.
They were actually great.
And yeah, they're terrific. However, they have everything Texas shaped. Like if they could make it Texas shaped, they make it Texas shaped. So they have Texas shaped tortilla chips.
Yep.
that's
do.
awesome.
But here's the thing that got me that I was like, why the fuck are they making this Texas? You know those little snack packs you can buy and like it's a little plastic package and it's got like a little sausage and a little piece of cheese maybe and like some nuts and like some dried fruit or something. It's a little snack pack. You can buy those, right?
Texas shaped.
The plastic container is Texas shaped.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
It's just everything is Texas.
can
When
get-
you go to
you-
Texas, and I live in Ohio, right? And it's like we don't do that here.
Well, why would you? It's not Texas.
Well,
We
it's
have a
Ohio.
pennant flag. I will have you know, pennant
Ohio
flag.
looks like a shield. It's actually kind of awesome.
it's the heart of it all. It's kind of heart shaped, Jay.
There's
So-
Texas
but-
shape.
There's Texas shaped everything.
Yep.
It's
If you can
Well,
think
here's
of
the
it,
thing.
somebody made a Texas shape. I
Yeah.
guarantee
If you had Texas shaped plates, right, you could have a big serving dish shaped like Alaska to be, big enough to serve everybody. It's my favorite pastime. Does this HEB, do they sell beans?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you have to get a special permit and like
No, they have beans.
sign something that says you won't put it in chili?
Yes, they have beans.
I'm gonna have to look next time and see if they actually have chili with beans.
They do.
No, they do. They
They
do.
do.
They do.
But it says chili with beans. It doesn't
With
say
beans.
chili. It says chili with beans. See, even they know.
Well, yes, because otherwise people would complain.
And the beans are Texas shaped.
The only other state I can think of that has a whole bunch of stuff named that shaped like it is what Wyoming? What's the one that's completely
Perfectly
square?
rectangular.
Yeah.
Like Nebraska,
Yeah.
Kansas, yeah,
Kansas has like a chunk out of it. It's like a plate that got
South
dropped.
Dakota.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's about it.
Or you guys, I guess it's like Detroit's a mitten.
Florida. All the guns are shaped like Florida.
All the Pop-Tarts too.
Yeah. All right. Now,
Now we're going.
Now, yeah, we're getting punchy now.
Okay.
getting
All
silly.
right. We'll be back next week with more show and tell and more Texas shaped
More
things
stuff.
apparently.
Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't have all that much Texas shaped stuff. In fact, I have stuff with Texas on it, where's my finger there? Obviously
Yes,
I
there you
have
go.
Texas shapes, Texas themed things, but I don't think I have anything that's actually Texas shaped.
Yes, you do.
He's got a map of
Do I?
Texas, but it's 1-to-1.
Yes.
What?
It's the cast iron Texas thing.
Oh
On
yeah.
the counter.
Yeah. I do have that. Yeah, I got a Texas cast iron Texas dish thing. Yeah, you're right. I do have that.
And he's got one shaped like Rhode Island for one single pat of butter.
Yes. It's actually Houston shaped, but Rhode Island's smaller. So,
Is Rhode Island smaller than Houston?
oh yeah, Houston. There's like 6 states smaller than Houston. It's not that hard.
No
Not that
wonder.
hard to be smaller
Not-
than
not
Houston.
really.
Yeah, really.
Houston's like I looked it up. It's not quite, but
Yeah, it is too.
well, if you're talking
Okay.
Houston proper or Houston metropolitan area, there's a difference. Because
Eh.
Okay, good night, guys.
yeah, we're
Jay's,
I'm going.
Jay's doing an actually.
That's
Actually.
it. Actually.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right. Night,
Bye.
y'all.